Today, what I'm about to share with you might come as a shock to those who have made being average a habit. Just think, everything you need to become a winner is already within you. But you don't trust it. Imagine that the only thing standing between you and success is your mindset. Have you ever felt like the whole world is conspiring against you? Listen carefully. The world only believes in those who first believe in themselves. The biggest difference between those who win and those who give up halfway is just one thing: the ability to decide. How many times have you overthought something so much that you lost the opportunity to act? Success is not handed out like a gift. It comes only to those who have the courage to choose a path and walk it with everything they've got. That's when I realized every moment spent in doubt was a moment lost from my life. Think about how many doors didn't open simply because you kept waiting for the right time. The truth is, life never waits for those who hesitate. Opportunities don't knock twice. Every success begins with a decision. And how many times have you gotten stuck just because you kept wondering, what if everything goes wrong? Are you also waiting for a kind of reassurance that the world may never give you? You have only one guarantee, and that's your power to decide. Indecision silently eats away your dreams. It wastes opportunities. It makes you lose years in doubt. It's not about having all the answers. It's about being willing to move forward despite the fear. You know what's fascinating? Every time you hesitate, people around you can feel it. And this world, which could have become your ally, becomes a reflection of your fear. Have you noticed how people trust those whose intentions are clear? That clarity comes from decision. Not from knowing everything will go right, but from the belief that whatever happens, you'll give your all. The truth is, every bold decision moves you one step up the ladder of success. And every time you choose quickly and confidently, you get closer to your peak. You don't need external guarantees. You need one decision from your own heart. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start when things get better? But the truth is, things only get better after you start. Not knowing how people would react, that's when you discover your true strength. Take the first step now. Think of something you've been delaying for months, or even years. Decide. Say to yourself, I will do this, and take that first step today. Because every step taken with conviction strengthens your confidence. And in the end, confidence is the foundation of success. When you decide, you're not just making a choice, you're beginning to shape your destiny. Walk like a winner. I don't just mean think positively. I mean something deeper, the fire in your chest, the desire that keeps you awake at night, that gets you up before sunrise. That desire, the one that makes your heart race when you think about your dreams, that's the fuel that turns dreams into reality. And I can say with absolute certainty, people who just try don't move mountains. But those who burn with passion, they make the impossible possible. Think deeply. How many times have you daydreamed about the life you want, only to hear a voice inside say, this isn't practical. It's not safe. I used to think like that too. But I learned that true desire doesn't care about safety. It craves freedom. It craves life. Desire doesn't ask for permission. It takes over every part of you. But I want you to pause and ask yourself, what do you really want? Not what others taught you to want. Not what others think is right. But what makes your heart race? When you find that answer, don't treat it as just a dream. Make it your life's biggest mission. Write it down. Place it somewhere you'll see every day. And more than that, live your life as if it's already real. Feel that pride. Feel that joy. Feel that freedom. Because when you live every day with that energy, you turn desire into a force that no one can stop. everything: homes, jobs, even hope. But even amid chaos, some people refused to give up. They had a desire so deep, they saw opportunity in the rubble. Those people became millionaires a few years later. Because true desire never dies. It always finds a way, even through the ashes. You may be facing doubt, fear, or people telling you that you can't do it. I understand. I've heard those voices too. Ask yourself, if I quit now, what will I lose? And the answer was always the same. I'd lose everything my desire had promised me. So I kept moving. I kept writing until my fingers hurt. Because I knew I couldn't ignore the voice screaming inside me. That voice is inside you. It calls you. It reminds you of dreams you gave up because of fear or lack of courage. Now is the time to listen. Challenge yourself. Live with that desire as if it's your last day. Because life doesn't wait for the hesitant. In victory, it only belongs to those who turn their desire into an unshakable vow. Those who dare to dream bigger than their doubts. If today you feel that fire burning inside, don't ignore it. Nurture it. Feed it. And act as if it's already real. Because when you treat your desire as a certainty, not just a possibility, the entire universe conspires to make it your truth. I've seen this happen too many times to doubt it. And you'll see it too, if you decide that from today. You'll never doubt yourself again. Have you ever noticed how the people around you influence what you believe is possible? If you spend time with people who always complain, you'll start to believe life is nothing but struggle. But if you listen to those who dream big, who work hard, and who dare to challenge the impossible, you'll start to see the world through a new lens. Be careful who you listen to. Now think, who are you surrounded by? What voices do you hear every day? Are they lifting you up or dragging you down? Sometimes, it's painful to admit that you may have to distance yourself from people you love, because they don't share your hunger for greatness. But the truth is, life charges a price to those who refuse to choose the right environment. This isn't about hating others, it's about protecting what you're building. When you're around people with big dreams, your ambition grows too. And that's what creates the leaps that change your entire life. If you're unsure, for 7 days, avoid negative conversations. Stay away from people who constantly complain. Instead, spend time with people who believe there's always one more step to take. Watch how your mind starts to expand. It's almost like magic. Your energy shifts, your mood improves, and suddenly, you start having ideas that once felt impossible. This is the invisible power of those around you. You must decide which side you'll stand on. Choose the company of those who help you grow. Remember, you don't have to walk this journey alone. But you must choose wisely who walks with you. And that decision, more than any talent or legacy, will determine how far you go. Your life is a reflection of the environment you cultivate. So choose wisely. Choose big dreams. Because when you do, you tap into a power that turns ordinary thoughts into extraordinary realities. Believe that.